So you can probably tell by the weird decor that I'm sitting in Five Guys and I'm kind of tucked into the corner by the entrance, but there's no music in here. There's no way I wasn't getting this in the car. Funny enough though, because of the time of year that it is, like it's in the, beginning of November, it's about 4 o'clock, 4:30, 4:43 to be exact, and it's already getting dark outside. I don't want to take this home. I just came from the movies. I just watched Predator Badlands. There'll be a review up. It should be up by the time this video comes out on the second channel. And in short, I liked it, but Five Guys is right by the movie theater I was at. I was like, bro, I gotta get some Five Guys. So I hate the seat, but either way, man, I'm excited to get this. Drop a thumbs up, man. You guys already know the vibes. Let me sit here and get my food in a second. It should be done shortly. Let's get into this video. Okay, I got my favorite order. I don't really know what my favorite order from Five Guys is when it comes to the burger, but everything else usually stays the same. So we got a regular fry. You can see all the fries right here, plus this big ass thing of fries next to it. I got a peanut butter shake, which is their best shake in my opinion. I've tried all of them over the years. This has always been my favorite. And then gotta hit the burger, and we got a cheese dog. Not the bacon dog, but the cheese dog. But most important, gotta have a ketchup. One of the few places that I'll do ketchup, but you need the malt fries with it. Take malt fries. So what I like to do is just go into ketchup. Can't do too much of that because vinegar mess you up. Come back in. Shake that up. And away we go. But I'm going to start off with the shake before this thing starts melting. This is like one of the few times I've been here that there's no music. So I was like, there's no way. But this is the peanut butter shake. This is where it's at, bro. This shake is sticking to some of y'all ex-girlfriends. It's a good thing, by the way. But it's so good. More importantly, we got our burger, which of course everyone's going to say I had to clear up my 401k to get. I know Five Guys gets talked about. I feel like I have to defend Five Guys in every video I make here. It gets talked about like it's the most expensive stuff in the world. So I'm just going to slowly explain this the way that I always do every time I go here. Okay? So let's talk about it. This burger is a regular cheeseburger, which is a double cheeseburger. It costs $10.69. If you go to Shake Shack, Habit Burger, any of those places, and order a double cheeseburger, it actually costs more than this. You order a single cheeseburger, it costs less than this, which here is also 9 and change, which is about the same thing. The difference here is you get unlimited condiments. So you can add whatever the hell you want to this thing. They don't charge extra. So what did I get on mine? I got A1 sauce, grilled mushrooms, grilled onions, tomatoes, jalapeno peppers, and mayo. I always get the A1 sauce because I think it's super underrated. Every time, bro. Oh, yeah. Every time, bro. I had to go here, bro. I had to. That is so good, man. Is Five Guys a perfect restaurant? No. Why? I think they could use better buns. For sure. 2, they don't really season their patties, but I always get so many damn things on it that I don't really notice. Look at that. But every ingredient here is fresh. Everything is cooked to order. And you can't say that about many places these days. Fry. Yeah. Cajun fries. Always best if you eat them here, so they don't get soggy. When you do that, you get this mix right here. You got yourself a winner. You know what's funny? So, there's a group of about 10 people over here. And it looks like they just finished a bodybuilding show because I see a lot of spray tan. And like, if you've ever been around bodybuilding, you know how like the suits look and, like the competitor's dress. It's like a really, really, if you've never seen one, the tan is very startling because it's really dark. But the reason they do that is because on stage, it looks good. So they finished, and you can tell this is like the ultimate cheat meal. There's like 2 or 3 people you can tell they just competed. They're going to work on these burgers. And I'm sitting here watching in the beginning. It looks so damn good. I was like, bro, I can't wait to get my food. But this is like, to me, big ass greasy cheeseburger as a cheat meal. Or if you just make food videos like me. This is still, to me, my favorite chain burger. It's number 1. And it's going to be a while, if ever, if anyone beats it. Just different. Come in. Oh, so good, bro. Now, we did get a cheese dog as well. This has jalapenos, mustard, and grilled onions. That's all I need here. If there's one damn thing they could fix, though, they need to get better buns. Like, if you've been here and you saw my smash burger video, they had the split top New England joints. If they did this at Five Guys, it would change the game. The cheese dog is $7. The cheapest one I've seen in this category is that smash burger. It's $5. Is this $2 better? To be perfectly honest, no. The burger is the best value here. Their dogs are good, but I think Smash Burger's dog is right on par. They just got fish the damn bun. This still, nothing hits like when you have like a burger craving as far as chains go, and I get a Five Guys burger. How much did this all cost me? $35.61. I did tip $5, so really $30. Do I think this is worth it? As I'm eating it, absolutely. It's just crazy. I feel like I have this conversation every time, bro. This used to be so much more expensive than anything else, and now it's like the same price. Crazy how much food has gotten, which I don't like, but I'm always going to give them credit for this. They make everything to order. Your shakes, your fries, your burger, everything. They don't drop your fries in the grease till you order. And that's rare. And every other place, Habit, Smash Burger, Shake Shack, if you put anything else extra on here, they charge you 50 cents to $1 more. So by the time I get everything I want, I end up paying way more than what this is. So for what I want, as weird as this sounds, it's still overpriced, but it's actually cheaper. And I know people are going to argue with me on that, but I feel like I explained that clearly enough. Everything is overpriced these days. But at least here, at this particular location, I know what I'm getting. And they don't have any hidden costs, which is what gets people at most restaurants. I'm still going to go to bat for them. It's crazy because one of the people at that table with 10 people, now it's story time, recognized me. And we had a quick little conversation. He's like, man, you're in good shape, man. You must be working out a lot. And they're jacked as hell. To me, they're in better shape than me, but they're just walking on stage. But it's crazy because people still don't really get that there's 2 different ways to diet. And that way, I couldn't do it. Like, I think that's what most people think of when they think of dieting, which is restrict everything you don't like. And it works. But I'm going to tell you a story. Because to me, this is considered a cheat meal for most people. But this is just the way that I eat at this point. And it works for me. And I don't think most people could do what I do either. Because going home and eating air for the rest of the day and then some egg whites, most people would be like, I don't really want, to do that. I'd rather have more burgers or fries and stuff. But after this is egg whites and broccoli, bro. That's it. That's all I got. So, anyway, when I first got out of college, got my degrees, everything, came home, got my job, working in the fitness industry, I was very big on meal prep and restrictive eating, chicken breasts and rice. That's pretty much it. Maybe some broccoli, some spinach, but that was it. I would have a cheat meal at first once a month, and then it turned into once a week later on. The problem was it got to the point that I was looking so forward to my cheat meals that I was going through the motions through the week and then just kind of planning my Friday so that I could eat whatever. And I started one time, I remember this one specifically. I wanted Ben & Jerry's ice cream so bad. I went to the store and I bought like 5 cases or pints of Ben & Jerry. I went home, I ate every single one of them. And I got so sick from eating all that ice cream, all that lactose, that I never wanted Ben & Jerry's again. So I thought. 3 days later, I found myself craving Ben & Jerry's again. So instead, I'll have a pint on Tuesday, have a pint on Wednesday, pint on Thursday, and then on Friday, I'm having 5 pints again. I said then and there that I would find a way to make the dosage smaller as quickly as possible, which is kind of what I do now. What works for me now is just having something every day, but making sure that outside of that meal, which 90% of the time I don't finish, I restrict myself outside of it. So there's a billion and one different ways to do it, man. And as long as you go to a doctor, as long as you make them aware of what you're doing, or make yourself aware, do your own research. I don't know. People don't trust doctors these days, which is crazy, but find what works for you and you'll be a lot happier. Because I know what that feels like, where they've been so restricted for like 12 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever their prep was, and you get that bite, you start going crazy after that. You want everything and everything under the sun. And a lot of times you end up rebounding to the point that you're not even at your beginning weight, you're like 30 pounds over it. And that's what I used to do. So at the end of the day, man, you gotta do what works for you. But this, I had a craving, I got my burger, got my fries, still got a bunch of fries left, instead of me eating 3 burgers like I used to. You get what I'm saying? So I used to do this, then I'd go home and eat another bad meal. But you gotta do what works for you, man. End of the day. This was delicious. Predator, I have my notes down, but I have to go record the video. I need to have some time to kind of think about it and collect my thoughts more. But overall, I definitely think it's worth seeing, especially if you're a fan of the series, which I don't think people outside of it will. But for me, really dope. This was also really dope. It's already dark outside, and it's 5 o'clock. It's crazy. I appreciate y'all for watching, and we'll be back tomorrow. More content, Man of Hand Science. They made it to YouTube.